Alright, I'm Tony Wetmore. This video should hopefully help you figure out how to move your district improvement standard rankings from a Google Doc into an Excel sheet. You might have your file in a different format, such as Word. The process is pretty similar, and if you have any questions, you can, of course, always see me. But first thing you're going to do is highlight everything in your table here. You probably have a table made. If you don't, there's some other things we can do. But highlight your table, get your whole table, and highlight the whole thing. You can press Control C to copy it when you're done here, or you can right-click anywhere on the text and click on copy right here. Of course, you can always press Control C if you're more comfortable with that. So you're going to copy it, and I'm going to go back over to my drive here, and I'm going to create a spreadsheet. So I have a new spreadsheet. I'm going to set up a title for it. I'm going to call it Curriculum Map 5th Social Studies. Those are the standards that I'm using right now. From here, in the first cell here, A1, you can right-click and paste. Of course, you can always press Control-V if you're more comfortable with that. Either works fine. The problem when we do this is that the rows get all messed up, and what looks nice and pretty here gets really messed up in the width of the table in my spreadsheet. So I can set, I don't need the anchor standard ranking to be very big, but I would like to see some of my standards quite a bit bigger, and I would like to see my key ideas quite a bit bigger, so I can just drag those in between the cells here. I'm just dragging this thin line here when my cursor moves to a double-sided arrow, and clicking and dragging them. The problem is still that some of these aren't wrapping. Merchants and caravans right here should be on the next line because I only want my row to be this far. So what I'm going to do is, and I want this to happen for my whole spreadsheet, not just this cell. So I'm going to click here to highlight this whole row. If you just left click on the D, it'll select the whole row. This button right here will wrap the text, and it'll wrap the text with this entire row. Same thing here. Left clicking on the entire column, sorry, these aren't rows, columns, and click on wrap text, and it'll wrap the text for my whole row. Same thing with B, and I'll do the same thing for my anchor standards ranking. And then it should look much prettier and more organized than it did. You'll still get these blank spaces here, my key vocabulary and key ideas, just because the cell has to be this tall due to the text that's in this region, this cell right here, so there'll be some blank space here, and that's something we can't really get around. If you want to add in bullets or things like that, you can. That's totally up to you, and if you'd like to see that, I can make another video, or I can show you. If you have any questions, get a hold of me.